Hi, Danny Morrison here for the Danny Morrison Expert Comments alongside Rario.com. West Indies up against the Bangladesh Tigers, and this was a must-win for both these sides because they both previously had lost their opening two matches in the Super 12 stage. In Sharjah, I was out there for the pitch report, and I tell you, it really was a fresh-looking, flat, grass rolled in, a typical old Sharjah pitch, but we know it's been relayed, so it's not the quickest going around. Bangladesh made two changes. In came Tuscan Ahmed and Shumashaka, he came in, and Jason Holder came in, and Roston Chase, the test match all-rounder, batter, bowler of off-spin. So it's Roston Chase's debut for the West Indies in T20 International, so really good for him. I don't think it was a bad toss to win, and as it proved, it got down to be a nail-biter, but posting a score on this new surface in Sharjah, a day game, 2 p.m. tee-off, I always thought that wasn't too bad a thing, but Bangladesh wanted to field first, and a lot of crazy left-handedness in this match. The West Indies with a lot of left-handed batters, and you look at the Bangladesh Tigers with a lot of left-handed batters and bowlers. So it really was a fascinating matchup. Excuse me, when I think about the start, and Gale and Lewis and Shimron Hetmeyer, they didn't last long, but it was up to the debutante. And Roston Chase held things together, and he's such a fluent, classy stroke maker. So without him, the West Indies could have been embarrassed massively. He got to 39 from 46, but the impetus into the whole side of it was starting with Mahedi for the Tigers and his spin bowling. So he set the tone. He got 2 for 17 in his 4 overs. And the other one that pleased me was Shuraful Islam. And he got a couple of wickets, 2 for 20 for him in 4. The fizz disappeared at the end there, and that proved costly. That last over going for 19, 3 sixes, courtesy of big Jason Holder, who, as I mentioned, came into the side. And Kyron Pollard, interestingly enough, he went off, retired, hurt, and he had to go off with his absence. Things floating around, bit of a niggle, but also stomach issues, and I think he was getting a bit sort of light in the head, but a bit of a niggle in the leg, as we found out post-match. But he hit the last ball of the innings for 6, did Kyron Pollard, and it elevated the West Indies to 142 for 7. So they breached 140. So psychologically, that was a good move. And in reply, when I look at the Bangladesh Tigers having to try and track down 143, ended up just falling short. Liton Das, he kept wicket this time. They dropped Nurul, and he kept wicket, and he came up the top of the order, of course, and they really do rely on the likes of Naeem Sheikh in that. He got 62 in the previous outing. So again, opening, very different. They started with Shakib Al Hassan. First time he's ever opened for Bangladesh in a T20 international. He's done it in franchise cricket, but never before for Bangladesh. He's got a bad niggle. So they were falling like flies, everyone. So in the end, when I look at Shumashaka, he came into the side as well, and he got 17. But, you know, Naeem Sheikh 17. No one really pushing the button enough to get it going. And Muhammadullah's 31 not out. He ended up falling short because the West Indies, they got up by 3 runs. It was that sort of close. And both sides so desperate to do it. And there was a bit of action. There was great atmosphere there with a lot of the Bangladesh supporters. Only a small amount of West Indian fans. But really good to see. Jason Holder, 1 for 22 from 4. Again, all his experience coming in and his height and everything. Bowled very well, of course, in the Indian T20 not very long ago. And Akil Hussain, his left arm orthodox was very good. He had similar figures, 1 for 24. And then Dre Russ bowling at the death there, bowling that final over was the difference in getting it right. And so the experience of some of those West Indies stars coming to the fore. So in all, a very much needed win by the West Indies. If you liked it, ticket, subscribe, join, and see you again here on Rario.com.